Central Lee High School just outside of Donaldson, Iowa, about 4 miles away, and we've got Burlington Notre Dame in town to take on the Central Lee Hawks. Let's go through it. I got the lineups here at the last moment, and so at least, but we do have them now. And I'll have to go through and get the positions on the one team because it doesn't show the info correctly. Anyway, I'll get that squared away as the game goes on here. So first for the Burlington Notre Dame Nikes. What an interesting nickname. I didn't know their nickname was that. Of course, I'm from the Quincy area and don't hear Burlington Notre Dame's name mentioned that often down that way. But they are 5-4. Head coach Chris Chiprez, and looking at them, they've played a lot of big schools, so that would be part of the issue there of their losses. And so this could be a very good game as Central Lee is 7-2. Let's go ahead and go through the Burlington Notre Dame Nike starting lineup. Pretty good cat starting, leading off for them. Number 3, Landry Haberrichter. And note on him, he's going to college for what I believe I read online. He's he's a senior and will be running at a college in the Ottumwa area. So congratulations to Landry. I've forgotten the school already. I looked that up. Batting second for Burlington Notre Dame, number 1, Garrison Reed. Batting third, it's number 21, Kyler Cameron. Again, I don't have their positions because I won't see that until I can look at that on Game Changer in between innings. Batting fourth, it's number 13, Eli Olson. Batting fifth, number 2, Maddox Diewold. And batting sixth, number 34, Hank Humphrey. The seventh hitter is number 10, Curtis Randall. Hitting eighth, number 18, Payne Protzman, and batting ninth, number 7, Tatum Warner. Now, as far as for Central Lee, they are 7-2 coming into this one, coached by Shane Wyrather, and they've had a pretty good run here so far this season, including that 11-8 win that was an interesting one over West Burlington that you saw last Friday on Furious Rally Sports. So leading off for Central Lee, the left fielder, number 5, Ward Frazee. Batting second and pitching, number 12, Caden Newton. Batting third, playing shortstop, number 15, Blake Davis. Doing the catching and cleaning up in the hitting department, number 9, Kellen Weber. Batting fifth, number 23, Gage Van Osdal. And I believe he's in right field. They have 2 G Van Osdals. I don't know which one's at third base and which one's at right field. Batting sixth, it's your center fielder, number 2, Brett Cook. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 16, Carter Ellingbo. Then batting eighth in the DH position, Wyatt Day. He is DHing for the freshman Graham Van Osdal, wears number 4, and I believe he's either at third base or in right field. And then batting ninth, it's your second baseman, number 3, Carver Hayes. So there's your starting lineups. Normally they announce the lineups here, but they are not this evening, apparently, from what I can tell. So the game about ready to start. I've got the volume turned down a little bit because of the music being played in the background, but you'll be able to hear the sounds on the field in moments. About 82 degrees, wind out of the southwest, which means it's blowing basically, it's not blowing hard at all, between 5 and 10 miles per hour, and blowing from, call it home plate, out to center field. So there you have it. 82, but it feels warmer than that to me, but I've got the sun kind of shining in on my vehicle as I'm posted out in center field. So there you have it. We see that the coaches there are talking things over with the umpires, and we will be back here in moments. I will be for you. Burlington Notre Dame, the first time they've appeared on Furious Rally Sports. The Nikes in town to take on the Central Lee Hawks. Iowa High School baseball on Furious Rally Sports on a Friday evening. It'll be under the lights in a little bit, too. Hang in there. I'll be right back.
I always make sure I'm safely strapped in before I start driving. So I always check that my child is buckled correctly in her car seat. Check that your kids are in the right seat for their age and size at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Losing the fear of looking foolish comes with age. Losing your way in your own home doesn't. Confused.
Number 13, Eli Wilson. At second base, number 2, Maddox Ewool. The DH tonight, number 34, Hank Humphrey. In right field, number 6, River Fife. At first base, number 10, Curtis Randall. At third base, number 18, Payne Protzman. And rounding up the Nikes lineup, pitching tonight, number 7, Tatum Warner. And now for your Centrally Hawks. In left field, a senior, number 5, Ward Frazee.
Getting the lineups here for you, so there you go.
On the mound tonight, number 12, Caden Newton. Playing shortstop, number 15, Blake Davis. Catching, number 9, Kellen Weber. At third base, number 23, Gage Van Alsdahl. In center field, number 2, Brett Cook. At first base, a senior, number 16, Carter Ellingbo. The DH tonight, number 18, Wyatt Gay. At second base, number 3, Carver Hayes. And rounding up the Hawks lineup in right field, number 4, Graham Van Alsdahl. The Nikes are coached by Chris Chiprez, Darren Orth, Drew Chiprez, Micah Olson, Blake Cameron, and Dustin Roth. Centrally is coached by Shane Wyrather, Todd Herdrick, and Lane Wyrather. Now, would you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem? I guess not. We'll go ahead and restart that.
Take 2 for the national anthem. It's the first time I've heard that, huh? Maybe. All right, time for some baseball.
250 years of America, why not play it twice? Centrally High School encourages positive sportsmanship and behavior at our activities. Please encourage players and coaches with positive comments and acts and respect the decisions of the game officials. What you do and say during the contest reflects on your team, school, and community. Enjoy the game by being a good sport. Good luck to both teams.
Okay, so we're about ready to start here. It's Frazee, Cook, Van Osdal from left to right out in the outfield. Gage Van Osdal. That's Graham Van Osdal in right. Gage Van Osdal at third. Davis, Hayes, Illingbo from third to first on the infield. Your pitcher is Mr. Newton today. Caden Newton. Behind the plate, Kellen Weber. Noticing a little bit of a drop of the video on occasion there. That's kind of surprising. I haven't had any problems with that. Except the last time when we had the ball game where we had the secondary camera and then it was doing it, and so I had to drop that secondary camera. Could be because a little bit of added heat with the sun. It's not as windy today. Although it's a nice night, it should be very comfortable as time goes on. This game about ready to start here. Haber, Richter, Reed, Cameron, 1, 2, 3 for the Burlington Notre Dame Nikes, coming in at 5 and 4. Thanks for joining me. It's your Uncle Phil O'Neill on Furious Rally Sports. Let's play some baseball, huh? So here's your leadoff hitter, Landry Haber-Richter. Haber-Richter, rather. Forgive me, Landry. There we go. First pitch. Outside for a ball. That one is popped foul to the left. 1-1 now. Just started. BND in town to take on Central Lee. I'm hoping they've got that caramel popcorn over there. It's usually quite good here at Central Lee. That one's in the dirt for a ball. 2-1 now. Forgive me for the screen kind of glitching here a little bit. I'm really surprised with that. That's normally not a problem. Not sure what's causing that here this evening. That is popped up. And let's see here. Shortstop makes the play, 1 out. That's Davis. Garrison Reed now. Well, the runner actually is aboard here, so apparently an error on that. You see the, okay, no, the runner does not go. Aboard apparently on an error is Haber-Richter. In there at the knees. Pop the foul on the bunt now. 0-2 to Garrison Reed. The freshman. Just started. Runner at first is Haber-Richter, rather. Getting aboard on an error. Throw to first. Going to have a play at second. He's in there. Stolen base for Landry Haber-Richter. He's a speed demon, and that's what he's going to college for, is the track. Thought he would go, as I've read online, he thought he would go for baseball, but no. That is outside for a ball. That one is grounded to third. Over to first for the second out. Haber-Richter moves to third. Gage Van Osdal over to Carter Ellingbo for the first out. This is Kyler Cameron now, your number 3 hitter. Kind of see him there. Runner at third is Haber-Richter. Grounded to third. Over to first for the out. Scores the run. Haber-Richter scores. Cameron gets the RBI. 2 down. Eli Olson, number 13. He's your hitter. I'll get where they are out in the field here when they make that move. Ball low. So 1-0 early. We'll change that score here in a moment. Burlington Notre Dame with 2 outs here in the top of the first on Furious Rally Sports. That is up for a ball. Video not glitching as much now. I'm not sure what exactly was causing that. Upstairs. This was supposed to be a better laptop. I'm not so sure. Maybe going back to the old one after this. Upstairs, ball 4. So Eli Olson, the number 4 hitter, will walk. Maddox Dewald, where's number 2? He's your 5th hitter for. See him here real quick. For Burlington Notre Dame. I think that was a ball. Next one. Foul. 1-1 now to Maddox Dewald. The runner at first, Kyler Cameron. Boy, I didn't write Kyler very good in that notebook. Wow, there we go. Like our old Kiefer. What? No, it wasn't Kiefer. Runner is going. Pitch is up, and that is a stolen base all day. Man, he stole that one. That's for sure. I should say that's Eli Olson. My bad. A little trouble finding the zone right now is Mr. Caden Newton. Just a little bit. 1-0. I'll change that score in a moment. Burlington Notre Dame. Inside. Let's see if I can change that real quick here, huh? There we go. Missed it, ball 4. So Dewald walks. So back-to-back walks now. And this is, I'm not sure if we had a different position player. I got a different lineup card than what the information I had online. So who do we have hitting here? This is Hank Humphrey who is hitting. I believe that is it's out to right field. I'll be darned. That will score a run. That scores Olson from second. Humphrey gets the double. Actually scores 2. Olson and Dewald both come around to score. 3-0. On Humphrey, River Pfaff is the one that Humphrey DH for. This is Curtis Randall. So 3-0 Burlington Notre Dame. took it, but runner is going. He'll get it standing up on a wild pitch. Will Humphrey. Struck him out. Okay, so Randall takes it. That's a third out in the inning. 3-0 Burlington Notre Dame on Furious Rally Sports. Let me change that score real quick for you, okay? Be right back. Quick 3 for Burlington Notre Dame in the top of the first. Your pitcher is Tatum Warner. First pitch to Ward Frazee, popped foul. Frazee, your left fielder. It's a little shock got to be for Central Lee for Burlington Notre Dame come in here and fouled it back into the backstop. 2 strikes now. He had to come in here and bang, just like that, huh? Get 3 runs, did BND. That is drilled out here to center field. Your center fielder picks it up, throws it in. That's Hobber Richter. And a base hit. Leadoff single for Ward Frazee. It's your pitcher now. Show him to you real quick. Caden Newton. Let's get out here and take a look at what the runner's going to do, eh? Foul down the left field line. Again, about 82 at game time. Southwest winds 5-10. Basically means it's blowing straight out from home plate to center. Throw over, closer than you think, but safe. Thanks for joining me. It's your Uncle Phil O'Neill on Furious Rally Sports. Nikes get 3 in the top of the first. That's why the score is what it is. Surprise, surprise. Or maybe not. I mean, I don't know. Pitch on the way. Runner goes. It's a ball, and a runner will have it. Stolen base for Ward Frazee. Can Caden Newton get him over now? Good night to come watch a ball game. With all the rain we've had, that's a strike. With all the rain we've had here as of late, I wasn't sure that this was going to be played, but There is some wet ground out and beyond on the grounds here, but the field's in good shape for this ball game. Just low from Tatum Warner, your pitcher. See the shortstop, Garrison Reed, kind of hounding there Ward Frazee a bit there at second. Pitch on the way. Inside. I think we're sitting at 2-2. Yeah, I believe the home plate umpire showed 2-2. Might have shown 3-2. Couldn't quite see with the shadows there. Warner looks back, comes home. Upstairs, that's ball 4. Caden Newton walks. First two get on board for Central Lee, and it's now your shortstop, number 15, Blake Davis. I think the camera has a little trouble focusing in the sun shadow type thing. There's Blake. Probably see him better when the nightfall comes, okay? Runners at first and second. All right, there. Good pitch from Tatum Warner at the bottom of the zone, right? Hammer the bottom of the zone, and you can't go wrong too often. I mean, sometimes some guys will catch it and smoke it, but not very often. Breaking ball misses well outside, 1-1. BND gets 3 in the top of the first. 3-0. They lead it over Central Lee. Central Lee trying to answer here with nobody out. Leadoff runners, first two aboard. Ooh, throw. Nope. Second baseman Maddox Dewald got there, but couldn't get the tag on quick enough on Ward Frazee. I think he was going to beat it anyway. Well, the second baseman sneaks in. That can always be, you're always paying attention to shortstop. Pitch from Warner. That's a breaking ball outside at 2-1 now. So Warner struggling a little bit, the junior. By the way, I like the Nike's uniforms, those tan, kind of the off-tan, goldish uniform. What'd you call that? It's tough to tell with the camera settings. A runner will get to third. Runners advance on what I would call, I think I'm going to call that one a pass ball. Tough call there on the catcher, but and your catcher's camera. That one's outside, ball 4. So, single walk. A little bit of trouble here for Tatum Warner. It's Olson, Haber-Richter, and Pfaff in the outfield for, trying to get the lineups in there, looking on that one is fouled. This is Kellen Weber, your cleanup hitter, the catcher. That was your outfield there. Olson, Haber-Richter, Pfaff. Again, bases loaded now. Pitch is fouled. Three 0 BND, but Central Lee trying to answer. Bases loaded, nobody out. Fouled again and out of play to the right. Two strikes on Kellen Weber. Oh, got him at the knees on the outside edge. Pretty good pitch. I'm with Kellen Weber. I would have thought it was a ball, but anytime it's close, you've got to swing. One out. Now it's your number 5 hitter, the third baseman, number 23, Gage Van Osdal. 3-0 BND. Here it's the bottom of the first. I got to change that. Forgive me. Fouled. To the right. Yes, I meant bottom. You'd have thought I'd have changed that. It's taking a while to get to that screen to change it. There we go. There we go. We're good now. Bases are loaded with Hawks. One out. That pitch is upstairs from Warner. Tatum Warner, the junior. Yeah, when nightfall comes, you'll be able to see that uniform more for Burlington Notre Dame. Kind of a tannish gold, if you will. It's kind of neat. Swung on a miss there from Gage Van Osdol. One out here in the bottom of the first. 3-0 Burlington Notre Dame. That is grounded to short. They will get nothing. They will get absolutely nothing. Infield single for Gage Van Osdol. That scores one. That's Frazee from third. Newton moves to third. Davis to second. We're just going to confirm that everybody is safe there. It looks at. Let's go over to third. Our runner's there. Yes. And it's your number 6 hitter, Brett Cook, the center fielder. Takes it for a strike from Warner. So they've gotten one back here as Central Lee in the bottom of the first. 3-1. Change the score in a second. That is popped to the left side. Right side, I should say. And your first baseman takes care of that. And that is Randall. Makes that play. 2 down. And now it's your first baseman, number 16, Carter Ellingbo, the 7th hitter. Where's number 16 in the lineup for Central Lee? Now, here's the thing. If you're Central Lee and you don't only get one with the bases loaded, nobody out, you're going to end up being a little disappointed, aren't you? 3-1, again, the score. That ball is low. Swung on a miss for a strike. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, if I'm Tatum Warner, I get out of this only giving up 1 run. Bases loaded, nobody out. Yeah, I'll take that. Swung on a miss, strike 2. Warner may be loosening up a little more. That fastball had a little bit of a zing on it. Central Lee going to leave 3. They are going to leave 3. Ouch. Ouch. Ellingbo takes strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. That is big. They do get 1 run. They only got, 2 hits? But they left 3. That's the important thing. We go to the top of the second. Central Lee did get 1, but Burlington Notre Dame leads at 3-1 on Furious Rally Sports. I'm guessing Central Lee's head coach, Shane Wyrather's not real happy with that half inning. He's probably thinking, man, we had the bases loaded, nobody out, chance for a big inning, and we got 1 run. Meanwhile, the Nikes got 3 in the top of their first, and they lead at 3-1. 8-9-1 in the hitters. Protzman, Warner, Haber-Richter for B and D. Beautiful night. This is a real nice night considering all the rain and the weather we've had lately in this area. Pretty nice, all things considered. Second inning of work now for Caden Newton. His catcher will come out and talk things over with him, Kellen Weber. You tell him a good joke. Tell him, hey, man, you go out to eat, you're buying next time. If I throw a no-hitter, which he can't at this point. Well, yeah, he can because – no, he can't. It's a double. And that one is popped. Foul to the right. Thanks for joining me. It's your Uncle Phil O'Neill. Here on Furious Rally Sports. Thanks for joining me. Nice night in Iowa. High school baseball in the summer. Maybe they're smarter than the rest of the states. There's a strike in the outside edge. 2 strikes now to Payne Protzman. That's a ball. Protzman's a senior. So again, you looked at the record 7-2 for Central E, 5-4 for Burlington Notre Dame. I was like, well, they've played some bigger schools, so that could explain their record. We see the situation there, 3-1. BND leads it. Team, it's 5-4. That is grounded to third. Over to first, did he sweep it? No. Runner will get to second base, I think. Yes. So Protzman aboard with the throwing error from third. Gets to second on that. Now it's your pitcher, number 7, Tatum Warner. There's your pitcher. Doesn't focus real well, I think, with the sun's shadows. I didn't have that problem last time I did a game. I don't know what the story is there. There's your runner at second. Protzman there. Showing the bunt, no. The bunt is a pretty decent one. Newton, is he safe or out? I did not see the call. Apparently out. Runner does, as you see, move to third. Or did he score here? No, he did not. Okay. That is popped out to center field here. And it's going to get over the center fielder's outstretched arm. You couldn't see it in the screen. And it is going to be, is he out? No, safe at third. So much happening as I was writing in the scorecard. First pitch swinging. Haber-Richter with the triple. Scores Portsman, who had gotten a third. 4-1. This is Garrison Reed, your shortstop, number 1. Runner at third now. In there for a strike. Again, 4-1. And a runner will score as the ball went to the backstop. Make it 5-1. Boy, it's taken this computer a long time to do a lot of stuff tonight. I don't know what's going on with that. So now 5-1. That is falls into no man's land. A single on the infield for Garrison Reed. He's kind of falling apart for Central Lee at the moment. And it's Kyler Cameron, 5-1 BND. Fouled back. A little bit of a shocker here, I would say. In there for a strike. I was looking up the pitch requirements. They do have the pitch limit. This is grounded too short. They'll get the throw is in. Does not. I was looking up a bunch of stuff, and okay, that's what happens. Get caught flat-footed. So there's an error there trying to get the runner at second. Kyler Cameron aboard on the fielder's choice. It's 1st and 3rd. With 1 out. And a 5-1 lead for Notre Dame, trying to add to it. Wow. Who'd have thunk it? Not sure I would have. Again, there is a runner at third. 5-1. Again, looking that up, there's the runner goes to second, and he will, I'll call it a stolen base. Eli Olson, the hitter, by the way. And he has grounded it too short and is safe. Scores another run, 6-1. Cameron moves to third. Reed has scored. Olson aboard on the infield single. Maddox Dewald now. It's your shortstop. Do I have him at second base? I think I have him at second base, rather. Throw over, nothing. Oh, now he's in a rundown. Hold on. Well, wow. They messed with me so much that I couldn't even figure out what happened there. So I believe the runner scored. No, he did not. Just got the runner to second on the try to pick off. No. Okay, I guess that was a strikeout of Dewald. Hank Humphrey now. No? What happened there? Showed out. I thought I saw him go strike. I don't know, out or what. And the runner kind of, I thought the hitter went in there. What happened there? I'll have to take a look at this. I'm getting delayed stats on Game Changer. That is grounded to third. And they got the out at first for out number 3 on Humphrey. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what happened there. I do know the score should be 5-1. Burlington Notre Dame. Get back and verify that in just a moment here on Furious Rally Sports. There was a lot going on there. A lot going on there, that is for sure. They're showing 6-1 on the stat, so I've got to go back and look through my score sheet why it's 6. It wasn't updating, and I think Kyler Cameron must have scored. That must have made the 6th run. So there we go. 6-1 is the correct score. It's 8-9-1 Day, and he has just singled out to I can't even get caught up here. Day singles out to, he's the number 8 hitter. He's DHing for Graham Van Oslo's playing right field. Singles. Number 9 hitter now, the second baseman, number 3, Carver Hayes. We'll have a runner at first. And I can't see who that is. We'll find out if he gets to second base. (6-1), not 5-1. Burlington Notre Dame. I'll fix that score in a moment. Throw over. Yeah, this computer was supposed to be all kinds of better, but man, everything seems just like molasses on this thing. Weird. Okay, strike there. 2 strikes on Carver Hayes. Warner's pitch. Struck him out. One away. This is your leadoff hitter, Ward Frazee. Out in left field. Just kind of see him there. That is popped on the right side of the infield. Your second baseman takes care of that. And that is Dewald. Number 2 hitter, your pitcher, Caden Newton. That's inside for a ball. Bottom of the second, 6-1, Burlington Notre Dame. Runner gets back very easily there as Cameron throws it down to Randall. Goes to the backstop, and the runner will. Runner 4, Wyatt Day, gets to second base. Call that a wild pitch. Who do we have running here? This is Graham Van Osdol that's running at second. Kincaid Newton Dugan, he help himself. Dribbles it off his foot. 2 strikes now on him. Burlington Notre Dame leading 6-1 over Central Lee here on Furious Rally Sports. And he walks. Does Caden Newton. So now it's your shortstop, the number 3 hitter in the lineup, number 15, Blake Davis. Show you Blake here. Again, I think as the shadows change, the focus will be able to pick up the hitters better. I think it's just the sun staring in the camera. First time I've really had any issue with that. Swung on a miss for a strike. Blake Davis trying to help out his Central Lee Hawks. They're down 6-1 here in the bottom of the second. That's that second baseman play where they kind of sneak in there, and hasn't worked yet to get anybody, but it might. That's in the dirt. Runner will not go. Good job for Cameron to keep that in front of him. Kyler Cameron, the catcher. They have the pitch count rules here in Iowa, as I've mentioned. So the more you pitch, the more days you have to take off, basically, is the rule. Without going into lots of details. That is foul to the right. Couple strikes on Blake Davis. Runners at first and second, though, for Burlington, or rather for Central Lee. 1 out. That is foul to the right. Here the fielders talking. They're having trouble seeing that ball with the sun kind of staring in the right fielder, right in the old eyeballs. That is foul. It's Pfeff out there in right. River Pfeff. Hope I've got that right, River. I think he said Pfeff instead of Fife before the game. Pitch is grounded to the right side, and they make the play for out number 3. I think I said there was 1 out, 2 outs there. And that was Dewald over to Randall for the 3rd out. They leave 2. Got a hit, but no runs. We go to the bottom of the top of the 3rd, rather. Still 6-1. Burlington Notre Dame on Furious Rally Sports. Seven, 8, 9 for Burlington Notre Dame. That would be Randall Protzman Warner. For Burlington Notre Dame. Nice night, 82 at game time. Wind has died maybe a little bit out of the southwest. This is Curtis Randall. I'll correct myself. This is Hank Humphrey. Don't know where I've missed off on the score sheet here. What has happened? Okay. Well, anyway. That was a busy inning last inning. It's probably why. That's 5. No. Grounded. First baseman's going to take it himself. It's Ellingbo that takes care of Humphrey. Now it's 6, 7, 8. This is Curtis Randall. Number 10. That is in there for a strike. Six-one BND trying to add to it here in the top of the third. No, upstairs. On the hand, swung on a miss, strike 2 now. To Curtis Randall. 6-1 B&D here in the top of the third. 1 out. That is popped. Out to second. Kind of deep second. Good play by Mr. Hayes there. Carver Hayes makes the out. 2 down. Now Payne Protzman. There's Payne. Fouled into the backstop. Two outs here in the top of the third. On the outside edge, now 2 strikes to Protzman. Yeah, you got to be thinking if you are Caden Newton, get the out right now. Let's go 1, 2, 3 and go get him. That is fouled into the backstop. Yeah, you don't want to fiddle with letting Burlington Notre Dame get runners aboard and mess with you here with 2 outs. You have 2 quick outs, take care of business. That is popped on the right side, and your first baseman, Ellingbo, takes care of it for out number 3. That's kind of inning you want if you are Caden Newton. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the third, 6-1. Central Lee is going to try to get some runs and get back in this one on Furious Rally Sports. I think now you can kind of see how those uniforms look, kind of the gold uniforms. They're starting to show up a little bit with the lighting changing at the ballpark. Lights not on yet here. 10 minutes till 8 local time. Tatum Warner pitching pretty well for Burlington Notre Dame. He leads. So doesn't his Nikes from Burlington Notre Dame. 6-1. 4, 5, 6. Weber, Van Osdal, Cook. That's low for a ball. we see Kellen Weber there. That is hit out to center field. Now you can't see him, but made a great play out there. Camped under it. Mr. Haberrichter Landry. You can see his shadow, and that's where the camera was not. And the first out of inning. So it was hit deep at her, but a couple steps from the fence. One away. That's a ball low. First pitch to Gage Van Osdol, their third baseman. Did that hit him? Yes, it did. And that'll bring up your center fielder, number 2, Brett Cook, who popped up the third his last time. That is low in the dirt. Runner gets second on the right wild pitch. Does Van Osdol. Sun kind of going behind a cloud now. Showing the bunt. No, that one kept in front by Mr. Cameron. Good job there, Kyler Cameron, to keep the runner from advancing. 6-1, BND leads here in the bottom of the third. One away. Deep fly out to center by Kellen Weber. Call the strike. Like you hear the home plate umpire call it. 2-1 the count as you hear him. Again, the Suns went behind a cloud. That's why you see it the way you see it at the moment. Runner is woo. Now, shortstop was in there, Garrison Reed, but Tatum Warner can't quite pick him off. Again, one out here in the bottom of the third. This is pop foul to the right, out of play. Now you can kind of see those gold uniforms, can't you? The shadow or the sun not quite baking it in there, making it look tan. You can see they're kind of gold, the old gold color. That is foul to the left. Fouled into the backstop. 2 strikes here on Brett Cook, trying to get something done for Central Lee. Down 6-1 here in the bottom of the third, one out. And Cook has taken time, put that hand up a little bit on the late side, but the home plate umpire gives it to him. See Van Osdol at second. Got hit by a pitch. Got down there to second on a wild pitch. Swung on and missed in on the fist for the K of Brett Cook. Center fielder goes down. It's 2 outs now. First baseman Carter Ellingbo, your number 7 hitter in the Central Lee lineup. That is popped foul and back. The microphone I have is out here in the outfield. That's why you can hear the outfielders kind of chatting with one another every once in a while. It does go all the way into the field, though. It'll pick that up. That is outside. Two outs for Central Lee, and they're down 6-1 here in the bottom of the third. Number 7-2 coming in. 5-4 Burlington Notre Dame. Fouled into the backstop once again. 2 strikes. Here with 2 outs on Carter Ellingbo. Now starting to cool off with the sun behind the clouds. It's not that it was bad. It's just it is cooled somewhat with the sun disappearing. I think it'll be the end for the night as it will stay behind the clouds. Lights are now on at the ball diamond. Okay, so I'm not sure who took time there. I didn't see the hitter do that, but all right. With Ellingbo. Strike 3, takes it. Pretty productive innings there for Tatum Warner. Got the hit batsman, but that's it. So no runs, no hits, 1 left. We go to the top of the 4th. Nikes try to add to their 6-1 lead on Furious Rally Sports. Pitching change now for Central Lee as they will put Blake Davis, who started at short. He'll come in to pitch. That means Van Osdal will go to, let's see, it's Gage Van Osdal that goes to shortstop. And who do we have over third? Do I have anybody? Your third baseman now is Ellingbo. And hold on. What else do we got here? Who's at first base now? Arbor Hayes is still at. Oh, who's at first? Okay, got it. Let's see here. Newton went from pitcher to first base. So it's 9-1-2. Tatum Warner, Haber Richter, and Reed. See Warner, the starting pitcher for. That is in there for a strike. Again, the lights are on now. Starting to take effect a little bit. Steve Reich. 2 good pitches. There from the reliever, Blake Davis. 6-1, Burlington Notre Dame. That's low, 2-2 now. Strike 3, swung on a missed, 1 away. Here in the 4th. Leadoff man goes down. It's your leadoff hitter, your center fielder, number 3, Landry Haber Richter. Go running college. Why not? If I had the speed, I would have. Again, we'll see if that focus fixes itself when the lights come on a little bit more. Make some changes. Not sure why it's not focusing. It had no problem doing that the last game we were here, so that's strange. Just missed with that, I think Davis did. Outfield playing fairly deep now for Mr. Haber-Richter. That is pop foul to the right. Pitching so important at this high school level with the pitch count rules. Davis misses, and I believe, what are we, full count now? Did not see the home plate umpire motion there. Swung on and missed. Strike three. 2 Ks in the inning for Blake Davis. K's the leadoff hitter. Haber-Richter, it's your number 2 hitter, the shortstop. Number 1, Garrison Reed. Up with the ball that time from Davis. He's come on here in the 4th to pitch. In relief of Caden Newton, who's now at first. Fastball looks like it's really coming in there from Davis. Blake is a junior. Another good fastball, strike 2. Boy, 3 strikeouts in an inning. Central Lee would be all right with that. Need some runs, though, down 6-1. Indeed, strike 3 took it. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Blake Davis. Nice. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 6-1, Burlington Notre Dame over Central Lee on Furious Rally Sports. Again, something to remember about high school baseball. Anything can happen. Just because the lead is 6-1 for Burlington Notre Dame at the moment doesn't mean it will stay that way because of pitch counts. Different pitchers will have to come into the game. You just never know. I have it 8-9-1. It's like Wyatt Day, the DH. Hayes and Frazee here do. Thanks for joining me. It's your Uncle Phil O'Neill on Furious Rally Sports. Lights starting to take effect. We'll make some lighting changes, I think, between innings on my settings on my camera, and it should make things a little bit better, I think. It is Wyatt Day, your DH. Number 8 hitter in the lineup for Central Lee. And he takes it high for a ball, breaking ball. That is low for a ball. Central Lee trying to do something here and get some runs back. Steve Reich at the bottom of the zone. When Warner's been hammering that bottom of the zone, it's been very effective for him. I don't think they really touched him up much when he's worked with that fastball down at the bottom of it. A little too low on that one, though. Ouch. I think it was a strike, even though it was a higher strike than what Mr. Warner has thrown so far in this game. Only giving up a run to this point here in the bottom of the fourth. 6-1 Burlington Notre Dame leads. Team out in the field. Fouled back now. Count full. That's upstairs, ball 4. So Day leads off the fourth, walking. We have a runner for him. I'm guessing we will, and I'm guessing that will be Graham Van Osdal, and that is the case. Carver Hayes now, your number 9 hitter to second baseman, number 3. Again, we'll change some settings here in between innings. Maybe the focus will get better with the lighting. Kind of hard to do that while the game is going on, I can tell you that. Runner gonna no. Showed the bunt, didn't get it. 0-1. Two strikes now on Carver Hayes. Central Lee just has not been able to generate any kind of offense here. Swung on a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Your leadoff hitter, left fielder, number 5, Ward Frazee. Again, I'll make some changes here in between innings for the lighting. Nothing I did seem to change much on the focus there earlier. And in there, safe. Like that home plate umpire. He lets you know if it's a ball or a strike, doesn't he? Graham Van Osdal running for Day. Take off. No. That is grounded to short. Oh, no, it was a line drive. Did they get the double play? They did. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a way to end an inning. And Central Lee's got to be thinking, gee whiz, that hurts. 6-1 still as we go to the top of the fifth on Furious Rally Sports. Going to change the lighting settings. Hang on. Well, they haven't done much at all offensively against Tatum Warner. Have the Central Lee Hawks 2, 3, 4 hitters: Newton, Davis, Weber. For Central Lee, going to get it started. You better get going. It's the bottom of the 5th. Warner pumps one in there for a strike. Pitch has pitched very well to this point. Just scattered a few hits here and there. What, I got a couple maybe? Something like that. Foul to the left. Caden Newton already 0-2. I don't know. Tatum Warner, let's see how far he will go. Obviously, the more he pitches, the more he cannot pitch. Days off he'll have to take. It's a ball. Softball doesn't have those rules because, plain and simple, they don't have enough pitchers. And it's supposedly easier on the arm to throw a softball. That is grounded to the right side. First baseman says he'll take it unassisted. And that's Randall that does so for one away. It's your number 3 hitter, your shortstop, number 15, Blake Davis. There he is. Outside for a ball. I'm kind of guessing with Warner. I don't know what's going to happen, but good gravy. Might pitch the whole game. 110 is the max per game. He's not near that. That one grounded to third. Over to first, safe. Infield single for Blake Davis. It's now your catcher, number 9, Kellen Weber. Throw over, nothing doing at first. The infield single from Blake Davis. 6-1. Central Lee's got to get on their horses. They want some get back in this one. That is... Oh, it's popped up to center field. Haber-Richter takes care of that for 2 down. Gage Van Osdal now. Again, Central Lee's offense has been minuscule against Warner. Outside for ball. Tatum's pitched very, very well. They've not really hit him very hard at all. There was I think it was Weber earlier that flew out to center, was fairly deep, but that's about it. Over to second or first, nothing doing. Davis still over there for the infield single. That ought to tell you something. An infield single? Yeah, that's about all they've been able to manage. 6-1, Burlington Notre Dame with the lead over Central Lee. Central Lee came into the 7-2. BND 5-4. Throw over? Nope, didn't get him. It's cooled off considerably now. Lights taking effect. I'm guessing it's mid-70s now. You can feel a cool breeze when you do feel it. That is low. At the outside edge did Warner. He is a twirling out there. That's just outside, though, that time, and is ball 4. Davis moves to second. And that's Gage Van Osdal that walked. Brett Cook now, your center fielder. We're going to see a pitching change here. That we will. So, Warner goes 4 2/3. And let's see if I'm going to do a few things here. Hang on just a second. If I can. Let's see if it makes any difference here. So your new pitcher is the left-hander Hudson Neely, the freshman. With runners at first and second and 2 outs here in the 5th. You see, Burlington Notre Dame leads at 6-1, but as I said, with these pitch count situations and pitchers coming in and out, it can turn in a hurry. But there are 2 outs, so I would say head coach Chris Shiprez has helped himself right here by making it not so tough for your pitcher to have to get outs, but that ball's going to get to the backstop, and the runners advance. Davis to third, Van Osdol Gage to second. Again, 2 outs. Can Brett Cook do something? He's flown out to first base, popped up, and caught looking. Swung on a miss for a strike. 1-1. Central Lee needs to chip in a little, at least you'd kind of think so. That is inside for a ball. I am not sure why that old camera just will not focus tonight. It just won't do it. Swung on a miss, strike 2. And that is grounded to third, over to first, and they don't get a run. So they leave 2. No runs, 1 hit. We go to the 6th. Burlington Notre Dame still leads at 6-1 on Furious Rally Sports. Okay, just about back at it. In that twilight time here with the lights. 6-1 Notre Dame leads it. Man, the guy pitching has pitched very well since coming on in the fourth. Blake Davis, the junior. It's Randall, Protzman, Warner, 7-8-9 for Burlington Notre Dame. The Nikes. Ball low, first pitch from Davis. I am not sure why that camera just won't focus tonight at all. Wow, weird. Played with a bunch of settings and nothing seemed to work. Well, we'll just deal with it, won't we? It's just blurry looking on the focus. I'm not sure why that is. Upstairs for a ball. Wouldn't be surprised with like a piece of grass or something on the camera. It's, you know, it would be something that simple. Kind of hard for me to look at that from here. Outside. Like Davis, what's he K'd? 5 since he came in? Four. Fouled into the backstop. 2 strikes here. Count full, I believe. On Curtis Randall, first baseman. That's fouled in the backstop. He's hanging tough here. In the top of the 6th. Three in the first, 3 in the second for Burlington Notre Dame, ergo their lead. Steve Reich took it. Good pitch there. I got the 5th K now for Blake Davis. Payne Protzman now. It's like a jet going over. Maybe there was. It is low and outside, 1-0. Davis got some good smoke coming off that right arm tonight. Problem is his team's trying to keep his team close, but they're down 6-1. That's fouled to the right. Seven and 2 coming into this one, Central Lee. Burlington Notre Dame 5-4. Steve right at the bottom of the zone. Wow, did you hear that mitt pop? Good zinger from Davis. What does Protzman do here with 2 strikes? Yep, trying to work the bottom of the zones low. 2-2 now. Starting to cool off even more here. Lights starting to take more of an effect. That is grounded to the first baseman who makes the play. I was like, there's a left-handed second baseman? No way. So Newton makes the play, throws it over to the pitcher. 2 down. Now Tatum Warner, who was pitching. There's Tatum. Outside with the first one. 2 outs here in the 6th. Blake Davis doing everything he can to keep his team close. That's fouled to the right. Two chances for Central Lee to get 5 back. They got to keep Notre Dame close here. 6-1. BND leads it. Down. 2 balls and a strike now. To your number 9 hitter for Burlington Notre Dame, Tatum Warner. Started pitching. That is grounded back to Davis. Flips it over to first to Newton for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning there. Runs, no hits, nobody left. Go to the bottom of the 6th, Central Lee. Hawks better get on your horse, get on your Hawks and fly, baby. You better get going. They're down 6-1 to B&D on Furious Rally Sports. Second inning of work now for your pitcher, Hudson Neely. He'll face 7, 8, and 9, Ellingbo, Day, Hayes. The offense has been anemic for Central Lee to this point, 6-1. Tatum and Warner pitched excellent 4 2/3 innings. Neely came in, took care of business in the 5th, and now he faces Carter Ellingbo. Ellingbo went to 3rd, started at 1st. That is grounded to second. Over to first for the out. First out of the inning here in the 6th. Dewald over to Randall. Wyatt Day now, your number 8 hitter, the DH. Number 18, DHing for Graham Van Osdal's playing out in right. That's popped up, and is it playable? Now about to play. To the right. Central Lee's offense doesn't look like it's going to get going anytime soon, and they need it. They're down 6-1 here. They will have the top of the order in the 7th if they don't get anything here. Wow, that one looked like it was a low to me, but Hudson Neely gets the strike. He'll take it. 2 now on Wyatt Day. Swung on a miss, strike 3. And I believe that's not Day hitting. That was Graham Van Osdal hitting for himself there. He will strike out, 2 down. I heard him say 4, and I looked at the jersey and I'm like, oh, yeah, they did have a pinch hitter, didn't they? Or hit for Day. This is Carver Hayes, the second baseman. That is hit out. Oh, wow, what a catch. And I'm trying to look for it with the fielder. What a catch out in center field. I'm sorry I didn't get it because I'm trying to find it and look for it. Landry Richter caught it. Look about the middle of the shot that I have there in the left center field. Sliding catch for out number 3. Well, they'll have the top of the order the next time they're up. The problem is they're down 6-1 is Central Lee on Furious Rally Sports. Well, Blake Davis has done his job out on the bump, keeping his Central Lee Hawks close. But, man, they're going to have to do some work to get 5 in the 7th. And I need to change that here. Hold on. It's taking so long to do everything tonight on this computer. I don't know. I think I'm going back to my old one. I had problems like this before. Weird. First pitch is in there for a strike. Blake Davis just pumping them in there. It's your leadoff hitter. Landry Haberrichter made that great catch out in left center that you didn't see. Now he was a sliding catch coming from center field over to the left field. Nice one. Haven't seen Davis go to the breaking ball very much. Misses with that one. We're 2-1 here. Right at the bottom of the zone. 2-2 now to Haberrichter. Burlington Notre Dame got 3 in the first, 3 in the second. That's why the score is what it is. Central Lee's offense has done nothing, virtually. Got him with that. It looked like a little bit of a slider. I'm not sure it was a strike, but Haberrichter will K on that looking. And it's Garrison Reed, your shortstop. Grounded to the third baseman, singled and scored, and caught looking in his at-bats. Upstairs for a ball. Again, very good performance for Blake Davis coming into pitch. I believe I have him for 6 strikeouts since he came on in the 4th. He's kept his team close. Low. Okay, 2 balls now. Garrison Reed. Swung on a miss. That's a good fastball that I don't think any of these BND hitters have even shown that they can catch up with it. 2-2 now. He's got some good life. He's working the zone down low with it. That one's popped foul and then out of play. Back to the right. Well, Central League came in 7-2. Might be heading to 7-3. Burlington Notre Dame 5-4 on the season. Played some big schools though. That is foul back. Ball 4. I believe that is the first walk that Mr. Davis is allowed. Garrison Reed aboard on the walk with 1 out. Kyler Cameron, your catcher. There you see him. Come on out here in case a runner does anything. Nope, ball gets away from the first baseman. He's your starting pitcher, Caden Newton, but not anywhere the runner can take off, though. Again, not real sure why the camera's not focusing better. It's just kind of just not wanting to do that tonight. Kind of looks like it's got, I don't know. Not working right. Pitch. Up. Runner does not go. Blake Davis trying to do his job and his part to allow no runs since he came in to pitch in the fourth. That's foul to the right. I had a bug that just crawled on a score sheet. I'm like, get off of there. I swept at him. I don't know where he went. He was a weird-looking bug. It was like a hybrid of a mosquito and a fly. Mosquito fly? I don't know. It was a weird-looking thing. Well, if it was a termite, it can't eat the metal on my vehicle, can it? Runner does not go. That one is bunted. Or was it bunted or he? Doesn't matter. He got the sacrifice to get the runner over. 2 down. Reed moves to second. I don't know if he bunted at it or just kind of nubbed it to the third baseman, which is Ellingbo now. This is your number 4 hitter, Eli Olson. Low for a ball. Center fielder. Or rather, left fielder. Forgive me. Swung on and missed. Central East got a whole lot of work for him to do in a 7-inning game in the bottom of the 7th. Down 5, 6-1. That is foul to the right. And when I say that, it's just that the offense has just been pretty lifeless for Central Lee in this one. Good pitching from Burlington Notre Dame, but at some point you got to get more runs than one, right? Especially when you're down 6-1. Eli Olson trying to add to the lead for Burlington Notre Dame with a runner at second. And he will pop it up. It's on the right side. And I believe it's popped out to right field for out number 3. That'd have been Graham Van Osdal out there. All right. Well. Runs Central Lee needs. They're down 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th on Furious Rally Sports with your Uncle Phil O'Neill. Back in a moment. Hawks going to have to fly a lot here. Need some frequent flyer miles if we're going to beat Burlington Notre Dame in this one now. They are at the top of the order. Frazee, Newton, Davis, but the top of the order has been kind of meh. So hasn't the whole offense. So Wade Frazee leads it off. Your left fielder. Single and scored. Flew out to the second baseman and grounded into a double play, or that line drive double play to short to first. That was back in the 4th. Ward Frazee trying to do something here for Central Lee. Just get on board. They need 5 here. Good pitch. Nice breaking ball there from Hudson Neely. Don't have to throw hard, man. Just going to keep the hitters off balance. Nice pitch, Hudson. It's another one that's grounded, this time too short. Over to first. Did he get the out? I'm hearing cheering, but who's cheering? It's 1 out. That was, I believe, Tatum Warner that made that play at shortstop. Breaking ball looked at by Caden Newton for a ball. 6-1. B and D going to come in here and raise their record to 6-4, I think, unless the roof caves in. I don't know if Neely stepped off or the Newton wanted to step out. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Good breaking ball. Neely using that breaking ball very effectively, lefty on lefty here. 2 strikes now. We have 1-1. Guess 1-1. That's in the dirt, 2-1. Fastball. You can tell Neely, you got to remember he's a freshman. Fastball's not going to be his bread and butter. But you can tell these guys are coached pretty well on both sides. You know, work at the bottom of the zone with that fastball. Breaking ball, foul to the right. 2 strikes now. On Caden Newton. Started pitching, ended up over at first. Well, I'm not sure I'd have thought that they would only get 1 run and their offense would be stifled, but it has been. And that, ow. Well, that hit something over there to the left. Kathunk. Maybe that'll wake up the Central Lee fans, the players. Maybe Caden Newton can start something for the Hawks. Right now the Nikes are going, Strike 3 called, took it. 2 down. The Nikes looking like they're going to come in here and get the win. This is your shortstop, your number 3 hitter, number 15, Blake Davis. So that's where he started. He's pitching now. Well, the guy's going to help himself out. It's this cat here. But he can't hit a 5-run homer, can he? Neely's breaking ball in there. Beauty. Kind of a right-left mover that drops. You know, it's just a good-looking pitch. Or I should say a left-right mover. That's up. 1-1. Yeah, I'm guessing if you are Blake Davis, you're trying to make him pitch a lot of pitches in this at bat. That's low. 2-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Burlington Notre Dame looking to close out Central Lee tonight. 6-1, they lead it. Neely's pitch. At the bottom of the zone, now 2-2. And the crowd for Burlington Notre Dame excited here, and so aren't the players. 1 strike away from a win. Nope, that one's low, 3-2. Again, kind of cooled off, nice night here. Not virtually no wind now. That is hit out to right field and taken care of for out number 3. I believe who caught that, River Pfeff out there. And that's the ball game. 6-1 your final. So here's the story. Central Lee moves to 7-3. Burlington Notre Dame moves to 6-4. So Central Lee's offense never got started in this one. Great pitching from Tatum Warner, and then on in relief, Hudson Neely. Also have to give Blake Davis credit after he came in for Central Lee. He shut down the Burlington Notre Dame offense. So that's our ball game. Our final score from Central Lee High School: Burlington Notre Dame 6, the Nikes 6, Central Lee Hawks 1. Now, let's talk about next week's ball games here on Furious Rally Sports. Monday's baseball game against Pekin, I will have that about 6:45, and then the Friday softball game against Mediapolis about the same time on Friday. So join me then. Your Uncle Phil O'Neill, saying so long. Here's what I want to say to you. If your day was an awesome day today, I'm glad for you. That's fantastic. But if it wasn't, let tomorrow be the beginning of your own personal Furious Rally, okay? Your Uncle Phil O'Neill saying so long from Central Lee High School, where Burlington Notre Dame has beat Central Lee 6-1 in Iowa high school baseball. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.